Now, before I start, I need to explain European politics to Americans because they're very interesting. You see, in Europe, we believe mass migration to be holy, to be God wills it. It's not a matter of policy, it's a matter of piety. Like, you can't say you don't want mass migration. Everybody wants mass migration. Every single person that's born on planet Earth wants mass migration, except for Vladimir Putin, who is constantly pushing for far-right propaganda into Europe to convince people that mass migration is bad. But no, like, we know mass migration is good because, as I mentioned before, any single decent human being wants mass migration. The only interesting thing, and this is something that I find fascinating, is that the leaders, right, like the ruling class, they want mass migration to appear criminal. I don't know why they do this, but if the European Union wanted, they could just pass a legislation where they could say that we don't have borders anymore. And any person around the world that comes in here becomes a European citizen just by the right of being here and gets welfare, healthcare, all the perks, right? They could do that. Like, they have the power to do that. They can abolish borders. But for some reason, they don't want to. Like, they prefer when the mass migration happens with the dinghies. They prefer when someone comes from Turkey and throws away their passport and then lies about their age, or they lie about which country they come from. Like, that is the mass migration that the European Union wants. Mass migration that looks criminal, but it's not treated like a crime. Again, I don't know, like, why they want this. Like, maybe they get off on this, you know, like, politicians have to masturbate to something. So, like, maybe this is what gets them off. Maybe they sympathize with the human smugglers. You know, maybe the NGOs, like, need to grift as well. I don't know, but it's fascinating when you think about it. And so, every now and then, you have a person that comes out and they say, you know what? I'm not for mass migration. Maybe we should limit it. Well, when that happens, this is a dangerous event. This is a Hitler level, right? Because Europe worships the anti-Hitler. And if Hitler wouldn't have allowed migrants to come in, then the anti-Hitler needs to allow all the migrants to come in, right? Like, Hitler is now Europe's moral compass. And so that person that says we need to stop migration gets to be labeled far-right. Now, Europe, unlike America, doesn't have a two-party system. We have a multi-party system. And the idea is that you can pick and choose based on various issues, right? But when it's about migration, then every single party under the sun, whether they're left-leaning, far-left, socialist, communist, libertarian, like whatever, all the parties, every single one of them that have disagreements on everything, they unite in order to form the cordon sanitaire around the party that wants migration, right? So every single European party usually has an extremely popular, every single European country usually has a very popular party that is against migration, and then like little parties that join hands in order to make sure that they cling with their own teeth to the seats that they occupy. And usually to be seated in a European government gives you around 8,000 euros per month, right? So, like, this is why they cling. Now, in Germany, there is the AfD, right? Which, again, I understand it's sponsored by the Russians because only a person that's drank on Russian propaganda would consider limiting migration. Now, of course, the CDU and the SPD, realizing that the AfD is promoted by the Russians, they could just steal their platform, right? Like, why allow Putin to have a say in German politics? Let's just steal their platform. Like, the CDU and the SPD could actually come up against migration, and all of a sudden, they would BTFO Putin. But for some reason, they don't want to do that. They should hire me as a consultant. See, I can help them. I can make sure that Putin doesn't have any say in Europe. But every month or so, the AfD surges in the popularity, right? Like the CDU and the SPD does something stupid, which obviously encourages the people to vote more for the AfD. And every single time that happens, they talk about, oh yes, like the most political party in the nation. We need to ban it to save democracy. I mean, that's beautiful. You know, that's French Revolution level, where the clergy and the aristocrats think we need to ban the General Assembly in order to save the Republic. I get the same vibes happening here. It's so beautiful, right? Like, democracy means that the people are voting for whomever they're allowed to vote. Now, I grew up under communism, right? The communists did the exact same system. Like, many people think that in communism you couldn't vote. No, you could. You could literally vote in communism, but like they just told you who you're allowed. And so I'm wondering why the European Union hasn't copied the system yet. Instead, they're constantly bitching and whining. It's like, oh, what the AFD? We need to ban them to save democracy. Why does democracy need saving, though? Like, just make every single person that's in the European Union or Germany in power right now, make them aristocrats. And crown Ursula von der Leyen as the Holy Roman Emperor. I think you can even restart the Holy Roman Empire. Like Liechtenstein is the only remaining nation of the HRE. They can literally get like 5 elector princes. And they can, crown an emperor. You could do Ursula von der Leyen, and then we don't need democracy. No, but like, seriously, like, listen to this retardation. 1,000 German lawyers and judges signed petition to ban AFD, which is now the largest party in Germany opinion polls, right? First of all the judges that signed, they can now never preside over anything that has to do with the AFD because they're biased. Like, any lawyer can ask the judge to be recused, right? Because, like, the judge cannot be partial to a case. They have to be objective. At least publicly so. So really nice signing that. The second thing, it's like, okay, what happens to the voters, though? Like, that, you notice how the voters are always missing from the conversation? Like, the voters, obviously, they want less migration. There is only one party in Germany that wants to represent that. You want to ban the party, fair enough, they're bad people. Who are you replacing it with? Like, what happens with your countrymen that you're taxing without representing? Again, like, these are some conversations that are missing from the German press. Are they not important? Like, I understand, yes, the AFD, they're Nazis, they're sponsored by Putin, they're very bad people as politicians. Alright, but the people that vote for them, the largest party in your land, you have a democracy, allegedly you care what they think, right? Like, they're your people, everyone is equal, we have equality, right? European values. Where is the conversation around this? Why is no one trying to start it? I'm actually surprised that the AFD themselves do not start it like this. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, we'll see each other in the comment section. Take care.